A classified flight test report dated just 6 weeks ago surfaced from Naval Air Weapons Station China Lake. Inside a single photograph, an F-35 Sea Lightning, gleaming like liquid mercury under the Mojave sun, its chrome skin reflecting the desert floor like a mirror at 35,000 feet. The image was never meant to go public. But what it revealed sent shockwaves through defense circles worldwide. Because this wasn't just a paint job. This was proof that the most expensive weapons program in human history, a $1.7 trillion fighter, was evolving into something nobody predicted. Something that could see everything, jam anything, and control an army of autonomous drones from the cockpit. But here's what the Pentagon doesn't want you to know yet. What you're about to hear could redefine air warfare for the next 50 years. To understand why this matters, you need to see the bigger picture. Right now, China is producing its J-20 Mighty Dragon stealth fighters at a rate of 120 units per year, matching the F-35's annual output for the first time in history. Russia's Su-57 Felon is operational and being tested in combat over Ukraine, and both nations are developing sixth-generation fighters designed to neutralize everything the West has built over the last 3 decades. As the primary fifth-generation fighter platform, the F-35 Lightning II was designed to replace fourth-generation platforms, the F-16, F/A-18, A-10, and Harrier, all in one airframe. 19 nations bought in, betting their entire air power futures on a single platform. Over 900 aircraft delivered, more than 600,000 flight hours logged. The most produced fifth-generation fighter in history. But here's the problem. The Lightning's current systems are running hot, literally. The Pratt & Whitney F-135 engine can't generate enough cooling power for the advanced electronics the Pentagon wants to install. Software delays have slashed this year's deliveries from 153 jets down to 120. And Australia, one of America's closest allies in the Pacific, just canceled its order for 28 additional F-35s, citing development delays. The balance of power in the Pacific is shifting. China's J-20 fleet is concentrated in the Western Pacific, while F-35s are scattered across 36 bases worldwide. For the first time, the numerical advantage in the theater that matters most is no longer guaranteed. But what happened inside a classified hangar at China Lake changed everything. It began around 2018, inside a secured facility at Naval Air Weapons Station, China Lake, California. The United States Navy's VX-9 Vampires Squadron, a unit so secretive that even most Navy personnel didn't know what they were working on. Born from the merger of 2 legendary squadrons, VX-4, the Evaluators, masters of air-to-air combat testing who perfected the AIM-54 Phoenix missile for the F-14 Tomcat and VX-5. The original Vampires, pioneers of precision strike warfare, VX-9 was established in 1993 with a singular mission: push the absolute boundaries of what naval aviation could do. For years, VX-9 tested everything from advanced targeting pods for the Super Hornet to classified electronic warfare suites. But starting around 2020, something changed. The Vampires began receiving specially modified F-35Cs aircraft that looked nothing like any Lightning anyone had ever seen. These jets carried a chrome, mirror-like coating that reflected sunlight like polished steel. Aviation photographers captured images of them launching from carriers and screaming across the Mojave. The Pentagon said nothing, Lockheed Martin said nothing, but defense analysts immediately understood the implications. The coating wasn't cosmetic. It was a direct counter to infrared search and track systems. IRST cannot be jammed because it's a passive optical telescope with an infrared camera. If it can see you, it can kill you. Russian Su-27 flankers and Chinese J-20 seconds use these passive sensors to detect stealth aircraft without emitting any radar signals whatsoever. The mirror-like skin was designed to reflect the surrounding environment, making the F-35 virtually invisible to optical and infrared detection, like an ambush predator hiding in plain sight. And VX-9 wasn't just testing coatings. They were building the blueprint for Block 4, the most ambitious upgrade in the Lightning's history. China Lake, California. 3:47 hours. The desert is pitch black and the air is still. Somewhere on the tarmac, a chrome-skinned F-35C sits under a camouflage net, its mirror finish barely visible in the darkness. Inside the cockpit, a VX-9 test pilot callsign Spectre runs through final systems checks. Tonight's mission: validate the APG-85, the most advanced fire control radar ever installed on a fighter aircraft. The gallium nitride processors in the APG-85 enable 10,000 additional simultaneous data points by using wide bandgap semiconductor technology, a quantum leap over its predecessor, the APG-81. Tonight, it would be tested against a simulated integrated air defense network replicating China's most advanced systems. Spectre, you are cleared for departure. Good hunting. The tower's voice crackles through the helmet-mounted display. The afterburner ignites. 43,000 pounds of thrust slams Spectre into the ejection seat as the Lightning rockets down the runway and vanishes into the night sky. At 38,000 feet, the APG-85 comes alive. The panoramic 20 by 8-inch cockpit display upgraded under Technology Refresh 3 floods with data. Targets begin appearing. 5 simulated J-20S at 200 nautical miles. An S-400 battery on the surface. Electronic jamming across multiple frequencies. Spectre doesn't touch the radar controls. The APG-85's gallium nitride processors burn through the jamming automatically, isolating each target with surgical precision. In less than 4 seconds, all 5 aerial contacts are tracked and prioritized. The distributed aperture system confirms no additional threats in the 360-degree sphere around the aircraft. But tonight's test isn't just about the radar. 2 autonomous CCA drones, collaborative combat aircraft, developed under United States Navy Command and DARPA oversight, are flying formation 40 miles ahead. Spectre sends a single encrypted command through the MATL data link. The drones split. One activates its sensor payload, feeding real-time ground mapping data back to the Lightning. The other opens its weapons bay. The S-400 battery never sees them coming. Spectre to control. All targets neutralized. APG-85 performed beyond parameters. CCA integration nominal. For 12 seconds, the control room is dead silent. Then, the senior engineer speaks. Ladies and gentlemen, we just changed the game. The data from that single test flight would reshape the entire F-35 program. Before we continue, if you believe in the future of air dominance and want to see what's coming next, write Lightning in the comments. Now, here's what happened after that test. When the results of VX-9's Block 4 validation tests reached the Pentagon, the reaction was immediate. A classified briefing was scheduled for the Joint Chiefs within 48 hours. According to defense sources familiar with the report, the APG-85 radar exceeded every performance benchmark by a significant margin. But the real shock wasn't the radar, it was the CCA drone integration. For the first time, an F-35 had autonomously commanded 2 combat drones in a contested environment, coordinating sensor data, electronic warfare, and weapons employment, all while the pilot focused on the mission, not the machines. This represents a fundamental shift in electronic warfare doctrine, from passive jamming to active sensor fusion and autonomous coordination. General Charles Q. Brown, Jr., then chairman of the Joint Chiefs, reportedly described the test results as the most significant leap in tactical aviation since stealth itself. At the Pentagon, the implications were staggering. The Air Force's request for 1,000 CCA drones suddenly made perfect sense. At roughly 1/4 the cost of an F-35, approximately $20 million each, these drones could triple the combat mass of a Lightning squadron without putting additional pilots at risk. Each F-35 could control multiple drones configured as missile trucks, sensor platforms, electronic warfare jammers, or decoys. The math was devastating for adversaries. A squadron of 12 F-35s controlling 36 CCA drones would present an enemy with 48 potential targets, each requiring separate tracking and engagement. Even China's extensive S-400 network would struggle to prioritize that many contacts simultaneously. But before you find out what China's response to these upgrades really means for the Pacific, make sure you're subscribed to this channel, because what comes next could change how you think about stealth forever. In Beijing, defense analysts were already raising alarms. The J-20's infrared search and track capability, long considered a trump card against Western stealth fighters, was potentially neutralized by the chrome coatings. And the adaptive engine upgrades General Electric's XA-100, promising 20% more thrust and 30% greater range, meant F-35s could loiter longer and strike deeper into contested airspace than ever before. At NATO headquarters in Brussels, the reaction was different. Relief. The Nordic Air Defense Alliance, Finland, Denmark, Sweden, and Norway had just unified their combined fleet of over 200 fighters under a single command structure. With Finland and Denmark transitioning to F-35s and Norway already operating over 50 Lightnings, the Block 4 upgrades meant their investment was about to pay off in ways nobody had anticipated. Japan, operating the largest international F-35 fleet with over 140 aircraft, immediately requested early access to Block 4 integration. Israel, which had already conducted a classified 3-aircraft F-35 mission over Tehran in 2018 that reportedly resulted in Iran's supreme leader firing his Air Force chief, pressed for the APG-85 to be included in their locally modified F-35 IRST fleet. Even Switzerland, whose decision to select the F-35 over European competitors was initially controversial, felt vindicated. As one Swiss defense official noted, "We chose the F-35 based on cost and capability. Block 4 proves we made the right call." The message was unmistakable. The F-35 wasn't just surviving its troubled adolescence. It was evolving into something far more dangerous than anyone ally or adversary had ever predicted. But before you find out what China's response to these upgrades really means for the Pacific, make sure you're subscribed to this channel, because what comes next could change how you think about stealth forever. And before we reveal the final classified detail that ties everything together, the chrome skin, the drones, and the radar, hit that subscribe button and stay. What you're about to hear hasn't been widely reported. Subscribe now, because the final piece of this puzzle, what the F-35 becomes by 2030, is something you absolutely won't want to miss. Here's what few people realize. Block 4 isn't the end game. It's the foundation. By 2028, the Air Force plans to integrate directed energy weapons combat lasers into the F-35's weapons suite. The adaptive cycle engines, whether GE's XA-100 or Pratt & Whitney's XA-101, will generate enough surplus electrical power to support these systems. An F-35 armed with a laser would have an effectively unlimited magazine for close-range defense, no ammunition, no reloading, just point and fire at the speed of light. But the most classified development may be the Navy's laser-induced plasma filament system. This technology projects the heat signature of a Phantom aircraft hundreds of feet away from the F-35, creating a holographic decoy that draws infrared-guided missiles away from the real jet. Combined with the chrome coating's IRST defeating properties, this could make the F-35 virtually immune to both radar and infrared detection simultaneously. Subscribe now, because the final piece of this puzzle, what the F-35 becomes by 2030, is something you absolutely won't want to miss. The Pratt & Whitney engine core upgrade, estimated at $2 billion, is projected to save a staggering $40 billion over the program's lifetime, while delivering 10% more thrust, 50% better thermal management, and 25% improved fuel efficiency. That's not just an upgrade. That's a complete transformation of the platform's operational envelope. And then there are the numbers that tell the real story. The F-35A now costs under $80 million per unit, cheaper than a Eurofighter Typhoon or Dassault Rafale, both fourth-generation platforms priced above $100 million each. As production scales with new orders from Finland, Germany, and Canada, that price will continue to drop. Consider what the global F-35 fleet looks like by 2035. Over 3,000 Lightnings operating across more than 20 nations, each equipped with Block 4 or Block 5 upgrades, each capable of commanding multiple CCA drones, each carrying the APG-85 radar that can track thousands of targets simultaneously while burning through enemy jamming like it doesn't exist. Carrier air-wing integration of Block 4F. 3.5Cs will fundamentally alter strike group composition and air superiority doctrine across the fleet. Former Air Force Chief of Staff General David Goldfein put it best. The F-35 is not a fighter. It's a flying sensor node that happens to drop bombs. But here's the question nobody in Washington is willing to answer publicly. If the F-35 is this capable with Block 4, what does the 6th-generation F-47, the NGAD fighter already deep in development, actually look like? The chrome coatings, the adaptive engines, the CCA integration. All of these technologies are being tested on the Lightning specifically to feed into the next generation. The F-35 isn't just a fighter anymore. It's a living laboratory for the future of air warfare, and what's being built inside that laboratory may already be flying. If this changed how you see the F-35, drop a comment below. What do you think the F-47 will look like? Hit subscribe and turn on notifications because the next chapter of this story is already unfolding. Until next time.